It's been a long day. I rise briefly to speak to Amendment 70 in the name of the Labour Lord, Lord Collins of Highbury, who's just so very clearly introduced it, to which I attach my name. And in doing so, I'm prompted, I think it was by the noble lady Baroness Brinton, who made a declaration of interest that made me wonder whether I should also make a declaration of interest. So taking the last possible opportunity, I will note that I do receive support from King's College London in terms of an intern. I have my second excellent intern now. I'm not quite sure why that should be declared, but it's now on the record anyway. But speaking about this amendment, I think the noble Lord, Lord Collins set out the case very clearly. Like many speakers through the debate today, I remain convinced that it would be better not to have this bill at all. But given we have this bill, to have a sunset clause, to have a checkpoint where we look and see what's actually happening written on the face of the bill, I think is unarguably a good idea. And I think to stress the point that this is not something that's a party political point, this is purely a practical, sensible, helpful suggestion to the government. I'm going to quote the noble Lord, Lord Grabiner from earlier in this debate. And he said in one of the earlier groups, to quote, "Often the legal process, especially a newfangled one, confuses and undermines well-intentioned purposes. It is also often the case that the introduction of lawyers in the courts merely fuels increased tension." So I think that's a point where there's been huge concerns expressed about this bill. This is just a simple practical measure to say, let's have a checkpoint. Let's not have another version of the Dangerous Dogs Act. Let's make sure we're not making things worse with this simple provision, Amendment 70.